you so much, Krateng Africa. Krateng Africa, thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Up I see.
Stay.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, sir. We'll be moving on to the next session. We have our facilitator here present, Queen Eso here, and she'll be taking us on negotiations, influencing, and leadership skills. So let's all pay attention, and as we go on, prepare your questions as you listen, and she's also going to take questions at the end of our session. Miss Queen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm trying to see if I can find a place that is not too loud so that you can hear me. Please let me know if the audio is good enough.
Yes, the audio is good.
Just like hi. Okay, guys. So, hi, my name is Vanessa here. Nice to be here. So my session is about negotiations and leadership. I think it's a bit wide, so I would like to know who my audience are. Please raise your hand if you're still in university, raise your hand.
I think so. The audience currently are entrepreneurs in doing business by themselves or in partnership with someone.
Okay, so everybody, if you're an entrepreneur, please raise your hand. Raise your hand on the Zoom app. I run my own business. Raise your hand. Okay, nobody's raising hands, so I'm assuming that nobody here runs a business. Or can you just put let's use a comment section if that's easier. If you run a business, okay, I think some hands are coming up. So only two people run a business. Okay. 2 people run a business, 3 people run a business. Okay. Can you put your hands down? Okay, so if you currently let's use the comment section. I currently have a job. I have a job. Right, yes. If you have a job currently, a full-time job, right, yes. Nobody's responding.
So I think
so
everyone.
I'm just going to assume that everybody here is a business owner. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about negotiation from a business point of view. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Dio, and the last speaker. So let's talk about negotiation from a business point of view. When it comes to negotiation, there are a couple of factors that evolve. One is your competence. How good are you at the skill that you do? So, for example, I'm seeing a guy called God's Media Productions. I'm assuming that you do video productions or media productions, right? So, what determines how much you charge is a function of how good you are in the skill that you render. So, if you do media production, how good are you with your production, right? Because part of how you grow your business is by repeat business. So if you render a good service to your customer the first time, they will come back again, right? That's how business works. So how competent are you in your service? Another thing that you want to then look at is what is the purchasing power of your target audience. So there's the audience that you have direct access to, and then there's an ideal audience. For example, now let's say photography, right? Photography, there are people that charge 50,000 naira for event coverage. There are people that charge 100,000. People that charge 1 million. People that charge 3 million, 5 million for events, weddings, and corporate functions. What determines the price is not the camera. They're all using camera, right? What determines the price, a couple of factors. One is competence. Two is access to clients that place a premium on the service that you render and can afford to pay you. So what I typically advise clients to do is I advise people to use ladder pricing. So ladder pricing is that you start from your barest minimum. What's the barest minimum that you can charge today so that you can be profitable? So if, for example, the barest minimum you can charge today is 50,000 naira as a photographer, right? Start from there. Try and get your first 5 clients, your first 10 clients, right? Do that for a few months, maybe a year. And then increase. The next year, increase your price to 100,000. The next year, increase to 200. So for some people, it's too slow, right? But the thing is that as you grow over the months and over the years, your competence gets better. Your portfolio increases. The number of clients you serve increases. The number of opportunities that your clients present to you increases. So if you can over time increase your price to existing customers and to new customers, and you get customers, because I'd rather you charge 100,000 and have 3 to 5 clients a month than charge 1 million and you have 0 clients. So it's not just about charging your worth or charging. It's about charging a price that you can get customers to pay for. So that's basically how you think about it. And then also when it comes to negotiation, whether you're negotiating, for a job or for a business deal, you need to know what's the current value of that service is. So for example, now currently, social media management, like if you wanted to hire an agency today to manage your social media, even the smallest of agencies, they charge 2 to 3 million naira per month as retainers. Now, if you are starting your social media agency today, you shouldn't charge anything less than 1 million naira a month. Nothing less than 1 million naira a month, right? So you can charge 1 million to start because if you're trying to to get customers. Over a year, you should be able to mark up to 2 million. Or if you can't afford to start from 2 million, start from 2 million. Now, if your current industry rate is 2 million to 3 million, and you start from charging 500,000, you're already not going to be profitable. Because you will get customers though, but you won't make enough revenue and you cannot scale because of your pricing. Especially if you're doing a service product. Service product is not a product that you can easily increase price because you are using brain work. It's not physical product, basically, right? You need to think about what pricing model works. Are you going to use a ladder pricing, which means that you increase it over time? Or are you going to do industry benchmark? So figure out what your industry is charging and then benchmark yours somewhere close to that, right? Or are you going to have different types of your product? So you have a product for regular people, you have a VIP product, you have an exclusive product, so that you can serve different markets and create like different price points for the different markets. It really depends on the kind of service that you render or the kind of product you sell. And that would really determine how you negotiate and how you get clients to basically buy into you. Now, last thing I probably want to jump on is on self-leadership. As an entrepreneur, I think there's something that's wired in your brain that is not wired in most people's brains. And that's because most people are designed for comfort and security and predictability, right? If you are an entrepreneur, you are not designed for comfort and security and predictability. you are attracted to chaos. You're attracted to new things, right? To innovation. You're attracted to, you want to defy the status quo. You want to start something new. You want to build from scratch. You want to test out a new product, a new idea, and then you are willing to suffer for a few months or a few years, before you hit it big. So it just means that you have that capacity to build and to be patient, to persevere until things happen. Sometimes you need to make sure that you don't die in the process of building. So a lot of entrepreneurs, when they are building for a new market and the business is not growing enough, the business is not providing enough revenue, they can't pay themselves, they can't pay salaries, they just shut down mentally, physically, shut down the business, and then they try to go and find a job, not because they want to add value to the company, but because they need income. Because if I ask them, if I give you 300K, 500K a month every month, will you leave your business and job? They say no. So you know that it's not because of the job, it's because they need money for personal income, right? So sometimes when you're starting a business, it's hard. It's very hard to scale. It's very hard to scale. It takes time sometimes. It takes, you finding the right opportunities, the right clients, the right retainers. For average, it takes about 3 years for your business to stabilize. So if your business is less than 3 years old, don't give up yet. It typically takes about 3 years for your business to stabilize, typically, right? Because as you grow, as you keep on rendering your service to your customers and to the market, opportunities for you to serve more people, to make more money will come because you've been around for a while and you have a track record of success, right? Um, whatever, if you need to take a side job, do that. If you need to start a second business that brings money, do that. But try and lead yourself. Try and remember why you're doing what you're doing, right? And try and persevere until your big break comes, right? Because if you give up and you shut down, you start a business, it doesn't work out. After 6 4 years, you shut it down, start on that one. You don't grow like that. You only grow by perseverance. Grow by perseverance. A lot of entrepreneurs, they're not patient enough to see their business ideas come to life and to scale. They would, if you try it, if it's too hard, they shut it down. So you need to lead yourself. You need to put in the work and lead yourself. Like, so basically, but this is assuming that you picked a business that you have strength in. So you picked a business that you have the technical competence for, right? So it's a business that you can provide solutions to because you have the skill set for that business. You have access to market. You can find customers. You can get paid. Right? This is just that's the assumptions that I'm making, right? But if you are in the right business and you're having some revenue, but you're not growing fast enough, speak to people around you, maybe your friends, people in the industry, mentors. Keep exploring ways to make more money. Sometimes some entrepreneurs don't speak to other people. They want to figure it out. Sometimes outside perspective works. Outside perspective works. Whenever I'm in a rut, whenever I'm stuck in a rut, I sit down to speak to people that are not even in my space because they'll give me ideas that I may not be outcome of my own, right? So you need to have a healthy dose of self-esteem and courage and hope if you want to do entrepreneurship. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not glamorous. It's not fancy. It's hard work. And most times, you don't get to live the good life, the luxury life, because money that you used to live your soft life, you always put that money back into the business because the business is very important to you, right? It's very important to you, and so basically you are focused on how to get it right. So I think I would speak to those two parts of it. If there are any questions now, I'm happy to take them. Does anyone have any questions I could answer? questions on pricing, questions on production.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for the class so far. So I wanted to make an inquiry about pricing. I have a question about pricing. Can we hear me? Hello? Can we hear me?
Yes, keep going.
Okay, so I have a question about pricing. So in the last 5 years, I started a brand, a surprise call brand. And when we started in the first year, we started with about 1K to 3K packages. Then as we started growing, it became 3K to 5K packages. Then as we saw the need in the market, and then we also realized that we had to get more equipment and necessary stuff to keep running the brand. So our pricing changed from 10K to 25K packages. So now the thing is, because we have built let's say backlog of clients over the years, we realized that we had to change our target audience, totally changed, totally transformed, right? And so previous clients began to, whenever they want to book, they begin to see it as, oh, this service is now expensive for us. Although there are still some that would still book and go ahead and book even with the prices because they value the brand. But then we have come to realize that most of the people who now book now are now the new target audience that our messaging is attracting. So how do we still retain the old clients that we started with from 5 years ago till now, the ones we have built? Because at the end of the day, they are like our early adapters. They are still like our first touch point, right? So how are we still able to build and nurture those clients, or do we just leave them out and now start chasing the new clients that now fit into our pricing? Or how do we balance that? Thank you so much.
First of all, congratulations on running a business for 5 years. That's not small. What's the product? What do you do in your business?
Okay, it's a surprise call brand. We call people on their birthdays, celebrate them.
I get that. So first of all, newsflash, not all your customers will grow with you, and that's normal. That's okay. Not everybody will grow with you. Also, don't feel too bad, because there are some clients who, maybe when you're charging 10,000 naira, for example, they said, it's too expensive, or they were managing to pay, right? Then you would not be, even at 25K, they are not paying you. It will shock you that the day that they want to do a surprise for their fiance, they want to do a surprise proposal, they'll pay somebody else 100,000 to show up and do that. So there are customers that you will nurture over time, and when they make it in life, and they want to then spend money on your kind of service, they would rather go for bigger brands that position themselves in a different. So if there's an aspirational brand, maybe they have 30 followers on social media, celebrities use them, big people use them, brands use them, and their services range from 100,000 to 500,000. They will rather give that person 100,000 than give you 25,000 or 50,000. So that's not everybody. I'm just saying that some of your audience, if you don't grow fast enough for some of your audience, they will leave you and give your money to other people, because they're not paying for the quality of the service. They're paying for brands. They're paying for brand. That's what they're paying for, to be honest. Brand they're paying for. Because it's the same camera, it's the same plan that you're going to do. But they will pay somebody. What you are doing, people charge 100K per day for it. Our clients are paying it. So it's more like you need to just keep growing fast. Grow your brand at 25K, that's amazing, but grow to the point where you can charge 100K and you move your face. If they cannot afford it, that's fine. Maybe give them 10% discount, 90K. If they cannot afford it, that's fine. But make sure that you are growing at the pace of your business. What that means is that don't say because you had this webinar now, go and vex, go and change the price to 100,000. Nobody will patronize the business. So it's not about just picking prices arbitrarily. You need to pick a price that you are sure that there's an audience that can pay for it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So sometimes what you might need to do is I may keep your 25K as a regular package and I create a 50K package that resonates with some kinds of people, right? And then make sure that maybe you want to even move a bit. So there's a business, that can be focused on people that do content creation. So you do like BTS, for either event or weddings or whatever it's content, right? And you can charge as much as 50K, 100K for that. So it's not just about surprise. You can actually just make it a storytelling, turn it into a storytelling agency. Because problem with surprise is that not every time I want to surprise you. It's not every time I have surprise. But there are people that have, they have individual brands, they have businesses that they're always creating content. So if there is a product business, there's product storytelling, if it's business, they want to do like, a business storytelling around the company. So for example, I am a personal brand, right? I go to about 5 to 10 events every month. And every time I go out, I pay a content creator to work with me, right? Now, imagine I just me alone, no, 10 a month. Imagine that I was your customer. Every month, I'm giving you 250,000 naira guaranteed income from me. It's still the same thing that you're doing. It's still the same content creators that are using video to engage the surprise. Right? It's still the same people that you're going to use. The only difference is they're creating another. So you might want to expand your business from just surprise business. Want to expand your service offering, expand it to content, expand it to gifting. So for example, now for the surprise, maybe you are the one that just show up, right? With camera.
It's phone call surprise. Like we call people over the phone to them. So we have call agents and myself sometimes.
So you call them. So yeah, they pay you for phone call.
Yes, to call people and celebrate them. We also reconcile people. We do apology calls, we do birthday calls, anniversary calls, depending on the event.
Do you have a script to use or what?
Yes, we have a script that every call agent use. We record each call for quality.
So you tell them who the call is from, right?
Yes, at the end of the day, we tell them, okay, this is Singing Bee agency. We offer surprise call services, and somebody special with the call for you. So we go ahead, we engage them. We have a conversation, a quality conversation. We celebrate them according to what the client.
You also do apology calls.
Yes, apology calls to reconcile.
So that's fine. But what about the physical surprise that people like you don't do that one?
No, we don't. The thing is, we think that the digital is actually one of our unique selling points because regardless of where you are, we do international calls. We are able to, pass your message to your special person. So we see the distance is not a barrier for us.
I'm hearing what you are saying, but what I'm hearing you tell me is that you are cutting off a large section of your market. For example, that service does not appeal to me in any way at all. It doesn't. If I want to call my friends, I would call them by myself. I would never pay you for that service. But now, let's say service that I need right now. I need to gift my friends surprise gift for birthdays and anniversaries and stuff. I need to gift my clients surprise gifts. Now, if you came up with a package where I could partner with different vendors, right? I'll give you a budget. You basically would buy whatever it is that I asked to buy, or I buy it, and then you deliver it for me to my clients, to my my friends, and then you go and do a surprise. I would pay you every month for that service. So I'm happy that you have a current target audience, right? That is currently engaging your services, but it means that you probably might want to extend your service offering. Try other types of content, because what you're doing is you're the lifestyle products, right? You're creating happiness. You're helping people connect.
Yes.
So, but you need to figure out how else can I do that from my clients and make more money with them every month. Because if you are doing that as a surprise service for my as a calls, I may not give you more than 2 or 3 calls a year. But if you make it a functional service, I have, I can give gifts. I can make it a corporate service where, you call the clients or you send gifts to clients. So now you can have corporate clients paying you every month.
Yes.
And have individuals paying you every month.
Yes.
It's up to you, Bo, but you
Yes,
need to
we
expand
have
your services.
that work
Expand your
with us.
services.
Yes, we actually have some brands that work with us to call their top clients and to call
That's really good.
their loyal staff.
That's really
Yes.
good.
Yes.
So let's get back to the question. So yes, it's okay to let go of them. Not everybody will grow with you. But please make sure that you are delivering value. Make sure that your service is always optimal. If anybody ever talks about your company or your service, let it be for good. Let them say that we're fantastic. They had an amazing time working with your brand. Of course, there might be mistakes here and there, but try your best to make sure that there's quality. I like what you said, there was quality assurance. Because when you have good quality service, clients will refer you to other people.
Yes.
So please, over time, keep increasing your rates. Go as high as 50, go as high as 100, right? And if you can afford to expand your service to other things like what I mentioned, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you are like, oh no, I want to drill down and niche down on these calls, because the calls is where we feel like our value is, and we can scale with the calls. That's fine, right? Just make sure that you keep working that business. 5 years is a long time. I'm really proud of you. You're been in business 5 years. That's a long time to still be in business. How many clients do you have in a month?
Okay, in a month we have at least 20, but then
that's very good.
On the occasion, like February now, that's Valentine's Day, we have more clients.
Like 50.
Yes. Yes.
So okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's a very good business. I'm happy to hear that you're doing that and you've done that for 5 years. Keep up the good work. If you can branch into newer products, that'll be fantastic, right? If you cannot, keep just growing your business, but just so that some of your clients will grow with you, some of them will not grow with you, and that's fine. That's very fine.
Thank you so much. That was so insightful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I think a lot of us have really enjoyed listening to what you say. And I think what you've even spoken about in terms of pricing would also apply even for those in terms of salary negotiations and the rest, just increasing your value. Please, do we have any other questions? Anybody else? You can drop a chat or you could unmute your mic and speak. Mr. Azuka, Gads.
Okay, I have a question, but earlier response to the other question kind of giving me an insight. So because I have a product that we launched about four years ago, and the price is at same now. So a customer will now ask you, but you sold this product to all 2 years ago for 8,000 naira. Why are you selling it now 2,500? So we now keep explaining the cost of logistics, the inflation, and all that. But what I just picked from what you said is that the quality. So the feedback we get is that okay, though the price has increased, but we like that the quality is also improving over the years and all that. So I'm okay with a last response for my question. Thank you.
All right. I think there's someone asking, since he paid a client 200,000 last, a client, I'm sorry, 200,000 last year, and this year, okay, I see you responded to the chat.
No, so I
To this price. Yeah, you can answer. You can go ahead and answer if you want to say something in regards to that. Or let me get the question out. So it's saying a client paid 200,000 last year for a job, and this year he's charging him 500,000. The client has told him that he should make use of the same price last year, and he's asking what he do about what can he do? What should he do?
Very easy. Yesterday's price or today's price. If he's grown in his clientele and media business or more, they price. Okay, so you have two options. It's either you find, if there's no way for you to the clients that want you to come and cover an event with 2 or 3 cameras for 5 hours, maybe that's 500, right? And then you give it like, oh, if it's 1 hour, for your path.
Sorry, we're hearing you now. Your voice is breaking.
Can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
It's better.
Can you hear me now? So I said that if, for example, now I'm using the media example. So if you're running a media agency, video production agency, let's say for 2 to 3 cameras, a 5-hour event, you charge 500,000 naira, right? Now, if the client then says that I cannot afford that, so no problem. Can we come and cover for just 1 hour, right? And one camera, one cameraman, and then you will not get your full video. You just get a summary video, like 2-3 minutes. Will you pay 200,000 for that? Now, if the client says they can afford that, then that's fine. But you cannot not tell me that you want 2 or 3 cameras, you want a full 5-hour recording, edited videos, you want a summary video, you want to break it down for 500,000. Are you a tip, right? So if you can find a way to create a version that works for you, reduce the service, right? And then tell him, look, I can do this for 200K. And if that says no, is that one I did for me last year? I want you to do for 200K. You have 2 options. You reject the job or you refer him to, Ebuka down the street. I have a friend that can help you. But please refer friends that are good. Don't want to refer friends that will do a bad job. Right?
All right. Thank you for that. Are there any other questions? Okay, as acknowledged. Okay,
I didn't hear the last question that the guy said, though. It wasn't very clear.
For this person, I think you've answered it. He was talking about the charge. He charged someone a particular amount last year, and they want to stay on that.
Someone unmuted himself to speak. I didn't hear what he said.
Okay, I'm the one. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Azuka. I was just referring to the last answer you gave to the first question concerning pricing. Because I have a product that I sell for, I started with 500 naira per piece, but as at this moment, a piece of that product is 2,000 naira. So I've been selling that product over 4 to 5 years now. So the customer keeps saying that, but you are selling it to all 1,500 and 1,000. But my feedback is that though the price has increased, because we're able to explain to them the cost of logistics and production costs and increase, inflation and all that. But my own feedback is that they are happy that the product is gaining value and the standard is improving over the years. So most of our customers are retaining whatever prices we give, they are okay with it. And why some will say, can you give us discount? So I now look at some customers that have over time, those ones that have been patronizing us over 2 to 3 years. I say to you, I can give you a discount because you bought from us when we have lower prices. Now that it's on the high side, so you are still willing to buy. So let's give those customers a discount. But their feedback is that yes, the product is good and is improving over years. So that is why I say the last question has answered my question. The last response to the first question.
I think you're already using what works for you, right? So if you can increase it over time and then justify your increase, then that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just emphasizing on the need of the value for the money you get. That was what I was trying to say. So that means if we at every time we are trying to add a additional cost on the product, we are adding a value to the product also. So that helps us to tell the client that, please, this is why the cost is changing. Yeah. I'm happy that you've been able to explain more of that to us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that's all on the questions. But for everyone, if you have any questions, maybe you listen to it later on and you have a question, you could always ask on the group chat and would respond to you. Thank you so much, Queen, for making time out of your schedule for today's session. It was it was a learning moment even for I myself. And we look forward to having you through the remainder of the Scale Up program. Thank you very much. I think that will be all for today's sessions. We continue tomorrow. Mr. Shegun, do you have a question?
No.
Okay,
No.
I noticed you unmuted your mic. So that'll be all for today. We'll continue tomorrow by 10 a.m. Please let's do well to attend sessions.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm off now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Please do well to join early so we can start on time and not keep our facilitators waiting. Apologies once again for all the network challenges across different facilitators today. Thank you for staying with the program I think there are some people that have been here since the first session up till now. Thank you very much. And let's get ready for tomorrow's session. All right. Take care, everyone. Do enjoy the rest of your day.